Hi, welcome to At the Movies. I'm Gus Mollasis. I'm so excited to be here, talk about movies. I love movies. It's summer, it's hot, it's raining outside. We're in Florida, but you know, the theaters are open, so I'm happy. We'll be back in 30 seconds with Roxy Baker.
And you're opening.
What is it?
The
Four extra hot.
stuff that dreams are made of.
The stuff ice cream is made of. Is that what he said? I can't believe that he said that. It was such. I love that movie so much. And you know the opening, Dave Perkins, my buddy, we did that opening 19 years ago at Comcast. Donnie G called me up and said, you know, do a show, kid. You can do this. And what the hell did he know? Anyway, his little daughter just graduated from high school. It's like 18 years goes by. Oy, in like 5 minutes. Dave Perkins, thank you for that. And it's great to be back and do it on this format. We're trying to like up our game, so we're seen in more than 3 countries.
Yes.
Last week, Peru took the ban off. So we're in Czechoslovakia, Peru, and I think Paraguay.
It counts.
Well,
The Sparks movie will prove it. I'll talk about that
They
in
have
a
no
minute.
idea what the hell we're saying, though.
Right.
So, but that's good. So it'd be like at my family dinners at Thanksgiving time.
Right.
Tonight's show is dedicated to all movies everywhere. You know, you told me. By the way, you went to see Marnie at the Opera House,
the Opera
big
House.
screen.
I had never been there for the movies.
How cool was it? And a lot of
Fantastic.
people.
Yeah, it was a good crowd.
Oh, good. Well, I mean, I don't care if they're morals. I mean,
No, decent. Well, that's
Decent people?
Yes.
How many
No, I
people?
would
Did you
say-
hand count them?
I would say 40,
40
50.
in the Opera House.
Yeah.
So that's a party. That's
And
like
I had box seats, man. I was living
yeah,
the life.
that's cool. So you enjoyed it. Hitchcock
loved
on
it.
the big screen. And they're
West
doing
Side Story coming up next.
next week.
Yes, the original.
Well,
The only.
it's like saying the original.
No, I know, but I saw the preview for Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, I don't like remakes.
I agree.
You know, I was reading an article. I wanted to bring the actual physical data of, you know, the people. This, you know, I don't understand this woke thing, but they're movies that wouldn't be made today.
Right.
Movies they couldn't make today. You know what? My buddy John Moffat, I'm writing a book with him, and he's been in television his whole life, 50, 60 years with Ed Sullivan, discovered Robin Williams. He was talking about the woke culture, and he also gave Bill Maher's big shot. And I'm agreeing with Bill Maher more and more because the comedians, comedians are rebels, right?
Right.
So the film we have to kick off today is 25 years old.
Yes. Can you believe it?
And it's one of those films that, would they make it today?
No.
Okay, see, this is what bothers me. It's
I
like,
know.
make the film, and then you talk about the film. If
Right.
you don't like the film, you don't have to watch the film. If you
And
don't
look
like
at the writers of it. Mike Nichols was the director, of
Yeah.
course, and Elaine May, who he collaborated with.
two of the great comedy
forever.
minds of all time.
I mean, it's a hysterical movie. Birdcage.
And I brought up John Moffat. John Moffat worked with everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, the list is. And I'm going to have John come on sometime, hopefully, and it'll be a real honor because he was directing and producing more TV than anyone. Birdcage, Robin Williams, and what's his name? Who's the?
Oh,
No. Who,
I saw him on Broadway.
what the hell's his
Nathan Lane.
Nathan Lane.
Nathan Lane.
And I have to tell you.
Diane Wiest.
And
Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman.
And Hank Azaria.
Oh, Hank Azaria is
they're
so
all,
funny.
they're such a beautiful
And
collaboration.
you know what happens is there's a big contingency in Hollywood. If you don't play the gay card, I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
You know, I was at the shop the other day at Sarasota Trading Company, and I was hand wrapping a gift that we're giving to somebody. Not a gift. Somebody came in for a package, and I wrapped it, and so the guy said, "Could you get some bows on it?" So I asked James, who's gay. I go, James, do you know where the bows are? He goes, do you think all gay men have bows in their car? I said, absolutely. That's how I can tell them apart. Totally funny, comfortable saying it in our
Yeah.
own skin.
Yes.
But you get that mafia on that,
Right. The
that
woke
police
mafia, yeah.
to say this is a funny movie.
It's hysterical.
And how about the bowls? You remember
The
the
bowls, yes. The Greek urns.
The Greek bowls.
Don't you see a woman in there?
They're dirty bowls. Oh my God.
Right.
Birdcage is 25 years old. Tell me where it's going to
Amazing.
be. It's going to be at.
Hollywood 11, and they're doing a 25-year series. They just had Jerry Maguire.
Oh my!
That's 25 years old.
They did Jerry Maguire's 25 years old.
Yes. So this is the next
When
one.
did they play this? One time?
I think it's only a few times.
Oh God.
Yeah, but Birdcage
Jerry
is coming up.
Maguire,
And
how
Robin
did I miss
Williams
that?
at his prime, when he's most manic.
Oh,
and
I
he
just
and
like the-
Nathan Lane are
I
both.
just like the way he walks.
Oh,
and he
it's
does
beautiful.
The, and
He
Nathan
does do
Lane
that
does
strut.
the Nathan Lane does the Judy Garland.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And Gene Hackman. He's never made a bad movie.
Right.
That's Birdcage. And when does it play?
It's this weekend, June 27th for sure, which is
Okay.
Sunday.
Birdcage, rip roaring fun, guys. Enjoy it. The great Robin Williams.
Pop, I'm getting married. It's a girl. I met her at school. It's this wonderful. Are you upset?
But let me tell you why.
Don't use that tone to me.
What tone?
That sarcastic, contemptuous tone that means you know everything because you're a man and I know nothing because I'm a woman.
You're not a woman.
Oh, you bastard.
Are you crazy? You can't get married. It's out of the question.
We've been sleeping together for a year.
Oh, God. Has he been tested?
Oh, Kevin.
Yes, and so have I. Who's his father? His father is in the arts.
You do an eclectic celebration of the dance. You do fussy, fussy, fussy. You do Martha Graham, Martha Graham, Martha Graham. Or Madonna, Madonna, Madonna. But you keep it all inside.
What does the mother do? She's a housewife.
Oh, I can play it straight.
You take your knife and you smear. Men smear. Smear, that's it. Yeah. Get the pinky down. All right, hold the knife boldly and straight.
No, Kevin, I pierced the toast.
Al, you old so-and-so. How do you feel about that call today? I mean, the Dolphins, 4th and 3 play on their 30-yard line with only 34 seconds to go.
How do you think I feel? Betrayed, bewildered?
Call me.
Perfect. Won't you come in?
Senator Keeley, Mrs. Keeley, come here and give me a hug.
I've never felt such tension. It's like riding a psychotic horse towards a burning stable. God, it's a nightmare.
Something about the father and Mrs. Cole. I can't put my finger on
It's
it.
nothing.
What do you mean?
It's nothing.
It is
Dad,
something.
It's nothing. Something very strange is going on.
The great Mike Nichols. Right? The great,
Yeah.
we got clapping. Thank you, everybody. We're giving away, like Oprah, we give away a free cock. The great Gene Hackman was good
amazing.
in everything. Mike Nichols handling comedy
Yeah.
like nobody's business. The
Exactly.
Graduate, of course, and a great career.
Yeah.
But it bothers me that this might not be made today because of sensitivities. They were talking about films like Animal House. Can you imagine not having Animal House?
Oh, boy.
I mean, anyway, there's a lot of other films and there's a list, and I'm going, God, you got to just loosen up a little bit, right?
Yes.
You discovered this little film called Sparks.
Yeah, speaking of loosening up.
Yeah.
Sparks, they're about loosening up.
So is this a mockumentary, a documentary?
No,
what is it?
it almost appears to be, though. These two brothers grew up in California, but because they're so obscure, everybody thought they were British, just because they're just so avant-garde for their time. They started out in the late 60s, 70s.
Do they speak with a British accent?
No, but they're not very vocal, except for on stage. In fact, the one brother only plays the keyboard and doesn't speak much. He just has this, he has a Charlie Chaplin mustache and doesn't talk much. And then the singer, his brother Russell,
So
sings.
this is about a brother act.
Yes, and it's real. that
So
I had
they're
never
real.
heard of. They've been on American Bandstand. I didn't know this, but they showed the clips.
American Bandstand, like the American
Dick Clark.
Really?
Yes, they were on it twice.
I've never heard of them.
They were on a disaster film in the 70s called Roller Coaster. Hysterically
Roller
funny.
coaster. That's my life. I love roller coasters. Who doesn't love a
No,
roller coaster?
remember back in the 70s with
Yeah.
Poseidon Adventure and all
Oh,
those?
God,
they had
yeah.
a roller coaster where this roller coaster fell apart.
The Poseidon Adventure and Towering Inferno.
Exactly,
Oh my
but this
God,
was one
these
of
were
those.
fabulous.
One of those. Anyway,
By the way, Poseidon Adventure, great film.
they're on the verge, Gus, of making it big at 70 years old. I mean, they started back in the day, okay?
Okay.
But they're going to make it big because this movie's coming out soon called Annette. It's in August. It's a musical they wrote. They got a director finally, and it is with Adam Driver and Marianne Cotillard.
Yeah, she was in The Bird.
It's going to be huge. They're going to finally make it at 70. It's
La
amazing.
Vivian Rose. So let me ask you. So this is a documentary about their lives?
Yes, they're a musical duo.
And where is this playing?
It's at only AMC Bradenton, but I'm telling you, you must drive
AMC
there.
Bradenton, by the way. If you can find
God
this
bless
theater,
you.
guys, you should get into business because it's very hard to find this theater. They've hidden it in the
No,
back.
and props to them because they're showing movies that nobody else is showing. They showed a Julie Delpy movie that nobody showed. Which
Oh,
I
you
didn't.
mean AMC Bradenton?
Yes.
Well, that's cool. And AMC stock, I don't know where it is today.
And good
but
popcorn, by the way.
good popcorn, which is the reason why the stock has jumped.
Key.
through. So the Sparks, is it called?
Sparks Brothers.
Sparks Brothers. I'm going to go see this.
You
'cause
gotta
it's
see it.
kind of goofy film.
Because it's an ode to cinema too, Gus. These
Yeah.
guys grew up with that old-fashioned Saturday matinee.
So it's a little funky. It's a little crazy.
I love it.
It's kind of my kind of film. If Roxy likes it, I know I'll like it. So let's go take a look at this.
Throughout all the years that I've been making music, if you get on a tour bus with a bunch of musicians, eventually the conversation will go to Sparks.
I remember just seeing them all the time, like, who are those guys?
They are a band who you can look up on Wikipedia and know nothing.
We are Sparks, dude.
Please welcome Sparks.
Frequently asked questions about Sparks. How many albums are there?
25 albums.
Are you brothers?
We are brothers.
How did you first meet?
We are brothers.
Music at its best, you hear it and you go, oh my God, what is that?
It's insane, but it's fantastic.
Each time you'd go to the rehearsal, there'd be something new there. Like, that's good.
It wasn't like anything else.
All pop music is rearranged Sparks. That's the truth.
There are throwaway riffs that other bands have built whole careers out of.
One of my favorite moments is John Lennon ringing up Ringo Starr.
You won't believe what's on the television.
It was the sound of the future.
Sparks is way more prolific than all of the artists we consider to be the greatest in the world.
They sort of set a template that a Beatle would pretend to be Ron. That's amazing.
They were taking all their creative juices and putting it into something that they loved.
They were a bit much for most people.
The culture just wasn't there yet.
Is there anybody out there at all right now?
They've reinvented themselves several times.
The thing that marked them was their unwillingness to give up.
That sounds like the scene from our biopic. Our time has come.
Here we are.
They may have given birth to other bands who don't even know that the lineage goes back to them.
Still are waiting to get paid back for that.
Why have you resisted doing a documentary until now?
We didn't want to do the standard documentary full of talking heads. It would become too dry.
I love this. And you know they're kooky.
Yes. In fact,
Give me some titles.
Your theme song is in this film. It's called "When Do I Get to Sing My Way." The Frank Sinatra. When do I get to sing my way? It's a great song, and it's you. Like, when do you get to sing my way?
Yeah, but that's not me.
Oh yes, it is. You work so hard, and you deserve some credit.
Well, but
okay, here's
this looks
another.
fun.
Here's
This
another
looks fun.
song. A woofer in tweeter's clothing.
Oh my God!
I mean, come on.
A woofer in tweeter's clothing. I love because I love speakers.
Yes.
I had my big speakers. I used to do my Ted Nugent imitations and jump on the speaker.
Another one is a gratuitous sex and extreme violence.
My next book.
I swear, they're so funny.
All about
But
the
their
Biden White
their
House.
lyrics are cute.
It looks like fun. It's there next week, AMC.
Yes, you have to go
Brayton,
see it.
Google it if you can still find it. It's hidden. I love stuff like that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. This is the kind of film, though, that I would show my class when I had classes. Because I never had class. I was like school in the summer. I never had class. I love it. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it's good.
I want people to subscribe. We'll send you a magazine every month. Sports Illustrated. Remember, I used to get that at the house, and then I had Playboy. I jumped up, and now you can't have either. But anyway, subscribe or like and share the show. We're trying to get people, if they're doing shadow band, shadow boxing, I don't know what the hell they're doing, but just let us play our show.
This is culture. We need the culture.
And we're doing this show. We're trying to spread the love around town. Burns Court, of course, AMC. My friend Nicole Hancock over there at Cine Bistro. We're developing a relationship there. We're going to do some stuff there. Hollywood 11 is back. I'm glad that they're back, and I hope Parkway 8 is back.
Oh, I know. They should get up.
And the bathrooms are cleaner.
Right. Let's do it.
Because that was a COVID test. If you can survive that, you can do anything. Fauci doesn't need a mask if you just go to the bathroom and you live through that. But I have to tell you, in my travels and tribulations here, I met Danny Canton, who is a Sarasota Film Society. He teaches over there. He's a good cat. And he worked with Sidney Lumet.
Oh.
I mean, when you say you work with Sidney Lumet, that's
huge.
You guys, you got to understand something. Sidney Lumet made 4 perfect pictures, okay? Perfect. There's not a sound. I don't want some guy to tell me, oh, there's a little scene that shouldn't be. Network. Dog Day Afternoon, okay? Right, perfect.
Yes.
12 Angry Men. And I forgot the damn last one. The Verdict, okay? They're perfect. They're 4-star. They're 100. The film that we're going to play right now, I'm not playing the whole film, but I could. 1976, so what is that? That's 45 years? 55 years. What the hell is that?
No, 45. I graduated in 81.
What is that, 45 years,
Do not make me
guys? Is it
45.
45 years ago, it did not win Best Picture. It probably should have, although Rocky won, and I love Rocky, and I love Stallone, I love Adrian, I love it. But Sidney Lumet, what's his name? The great Faye Dunaway won.
Yes.
They won Best Screenplay for Patty Chayefsky.
Yes.
Ned Beatty passed away. Ned Beatty was one of the great character actors of all time.
Underrated.
I want to play for you, and this is a gift, because this encapsulates what we're going through as a country and a world right now. This Ned Beatty scene with
it's true.
The great Howard Beale. Let's take a look.
In the clip.
You have meddled with the primal forces of nature, Mr. Beale, and I won't have it. Is that clear? You think you merely stopped a business deal? That is not the case. The Arabs have taken billions of dollars out of this country, and now they must put it back. It is ebb and flow, tidal gravity. It is ecological balance. You are an old man who thinks in terms of nations and peoples. There are no nations. There are no peoples. There are no Russians. There are no Arabs. There are no third worlds. There is no West. There is only one holistic system of systems. One vast and immane, interwoven, interacting, multivariate, multinational dominion of dollars. Petrodollars, electrodollars, multi-dollars, Reichmarks, rims, rubles, pounds, and shekels. It is the international system of currency which determines the totality of life on this planet. That is the natural order of things today.
That is the atomic and subatomic and galactic structure of things today. And you have meddled with the primal forces of nature. And you will atone. Am I getting through to you, Mr. Beale? You get up on your little 21-inch screen and howl about America and democracy. There is no America. There is no democracy. There is only IBM and ITT and AT&T and DuPont, Dow, Union Carbide, and Exxon. Those are the nations of the world today. What do you think the Russians talk about in their councils of state? Karl Marx? They get out their linear programming charts, statistical decision theories, Minimax solutions, and compute the price-cost probabilities of their transactions and investments, just like we do. We no longer live in a world of nations and ideologies, Mr. Beale. The world is a college of corporations, inexorably determined by the immutable bylaws of business. The world is a business, Mr. Beale. It has been since man crawled out of the slime. And our children will live, Mr. Beale, to see that perfect world in which there's no war or famine, oppression or brutality. One vast and ecumenical holding company for whom all men will work to serve a common profit, in which all men will hold a share of stock, all necessities provided, all anxieties tranquilized, all boredom amused. And I have chosen you, Mr. Beale, to preach this evangel.
Why me?
Because you're on television, dummy. 60 million people watch you every night of the week, Monday through Friday.
I have seen the face of God.
You just might be right, Mr. Beale.
Roxy, that's stunning. You replace the IBMs with Google, with Amazon.
It's iconic.
With just the fact, and you talk about a prophesized vision and a haunting vision and a globalist and you know.
And the way he did that scene was just, wow.
It's like a church, and he goes, am I seeing the face of God? Yeah.
One of the best monologues of all time, I think.
Yeah, it's one of the great 5 minutes of film.
Yeah.
And he's nominated for an Oscar there. Peter Finch won. The great William Holden was nominated. One of the shortest Oscar appearances of supporting actress was Beatrice Straight won. It was like she's in there for like 3 minutes. And just a fabulous film.
Yeah, it's great.
Patty Chayefsky, as good as it gets as a screenwriter.
Yeah.
The great Sidney Lumet, who worked with Danny Canton. There was a film that we didn't get on last week. It was one of our Burns Court films. Before I go to that, I want to thank my sponsors, though. I want to thank our friend Eric, who fixed up me and Jay's vehicle a few weeks ago. Still running. Thank you, Eric. We have the graphic of Eric's. He's over there behind... what is it, Livingston's? And Andrew Ford from Sarasota Trading Company and Sarasota State Auction, the great Andrew Ford and Lathrop, great people, great place to have, bring your stuff, great auction house, great gallery. Also, Daniel Matusiak, Freddie Seeger are great realtors in town. Who else? Am I leaving?
Bookstore One.
Bookstore One. We need to give something away. Do you have a book on network or anything like that, or Sidney Lumet?
We don't, but we have a book on directors right now.
Book on directors.
Light in the Dark, it's called.
I want to give away to somebody who writes in, if you can tell me the next film we're doing, Lucky, which is the great Harry Dean Stanton's last film.
Yes.
The director of this film was in a film called?
He was in a film called...
Little film? Fargo.
Yes.
Played the husband.
He was also in the trial of Chicago 7 recently.
Yes, he was.
He's got three
He
names.
was. And he's got 3 names. If you can name his first name is John.
Yes.
Middle name is Carol. Give me the last name, and you win a $25 gift certificate. Let's go to Lucky, and let's come back, and we'll wrap up the show.
Realism is the practice of accepting a situation as it is.
What you're saying is what you see is what you get.
But what you see is not what I get. They call me lucky.
President Roosevelt escaped.
How does a 100-year-old tortoise escape?
I hope he turns up soon for Howard's sake.
I got this anxiety attack. I fell.
Lucky fell down.
Let's not make a production out of it.
No sign of concussion. Lungs are great, even though you smoke. You get much exercise.
I walk around all the time. I do 5 yoga exercises every day.
Nice outfit there, cowboy.
I'm scared to death. I started thinking there's nothing out there. It's all black. The void. Este amor apasionado, anda turbo alborotado por volver, se querer.
You have any kids, Lucky?
None that I'm totally sure of.
You know, most people don't get to where you are. They never get to the moment that you're in right now, where you have the ability to witness what you're going through and clearly examine it.
I know the truth, and the truth matters. And you have to face that and accept it.
There are some things in this universe, ladies and gentlemen, that are bigger than all of us. And a tortoise is one of them.
And very good today. So you get one of these.
What do I do with this? Stick it in my ass?
How about you just suck it?
I love this.
It's so good.
This film made $1 million box office. It's tragic. I saw it at Burns Court.
It's so good. What a way to go out for him.
What a way to go out.
Yeah.
What a fabulous last swan song for Harry Dean Stanton. David Lynch is in this, the wonderful avant-garde director. I mean, it's just a fabulous a potpourri of great actors in this film. Beautiful film. God, this is the kind of film I love. And you know, we're lucky to be here in this great town. We have theaters opening up. There's a lot of things to do. And today's a tough day for me. I lost my dad 21 years ago today. And baseball is, I'm glad that baseball's back and the Rays and you guys they have good teams. I have a lousy team right now. The Tigers are a lousy team. But Miguel Cabrera, the great Venezuelan home run hitter who just loves the game, he's stuck right now on exactly the amount of home runs that the great Lou Gehrig had.
Ooh.
He will hit 500 hopefully this year, but he's right on 493. 493 is Lou's number. And Lou Gehrig was my hero in a film that I would watch with my father, Pride of the Yankees. We'd watch it every year. Sam Wood is the director, Teresa Wright. It is a beautiful... Babe Ruth is in it.
Babe Ruth as himself.
Babe Ruth is in the film.
Right.
I love that era. And
yeah.
I could cry. It was like, you know, that to me represents 1942. The great Lou Gehrig. We just celebrated a great birthday. I told Mr. Ford, Andrew Ford, who's a great man like Lou Gehrig. He's born the same day as Lou Gehrig. Andrew Ford over at the Sarasota Trading Company. So Andrew's stock went up for me when I said, Lou, you're born the same day as Lou. Just a beautiful movie. Have you seen this movie on the big screen?
I have. Not on the big screen.
I want to bring this to the big screen someday and do like a baseball film festival.
That would
See,
be
that's
great.
the kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I know I'm a little wacky and I want to do stuff like a Western film
I think
festival.
it's great.
But this is such a beautiful film about Americana.
It is.
And Lou Gehrig Day at Yankee Stadium was you know, the great speech, and this is the speech we're going to go out on. It was in 1939. He gave this speech at a tear-packed Yankee Stadium, and he went from lucky to the luckiest man on the face of this earth, and it's just a great heroic speech. I'm honored to have you always here by my side here, Roxy. Thank you for bringing me Sparks, and go out and see a movie. Go to the big screen. I'm going to go see Sparks, and I'm going to see Birdcage too, because you know I'm that kind of guy. And I'm going to probably watch Pride of the Yankees over the weekend. This is for you, Pops. Thanks for sharing.
I have a mother and father who fought to give me health and a solid background in my youth. I have a wife, a companion for life, who has shown me more courage than I ever knew. People all say that I've had a bad break. But today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.